I'm Aaron.
And I'm Sean Patrick.
And I'm Ryan.
And we don't talk politics.
You remember the episode of The Office where Jim and Dwight are about to light the Christmas tree? And Dwight goes, countdown, 50, 49. And Jim goes, what? 3, 2, 1.
Oh my lord. Now, so is it The Office is off of Netflix?
Off Netflix, on Peacock.
It's gone.
Peacock TV? I subscribed to Peacock for a little while. For the series, for the Yellowstone series, Clint Eastwood series.
Oh, I've heard that's good.
Yeah, I ran through that and then canceled my subscription.
That's made by Clint Eastwood?
He's one of the producers and he stars in it. Not Clint Eastwood. Kevin Costner. Holy crap.
Because I knew Kevin Costner was in it, and I was like, whoa, it's made by Clint Eastwood, too? That's a great matchup.
Yeah, that is a great
for a
matchup.
Western.
It's a great matchup that isn't true.
I know. But hey, I'm telling you, The Office, the entire season goes on sale all the time on Vudu. In HD. $30. I bought it.
It's not bad.
Very inebriated a long time
if
ago.
If I want to buy
so
mediocre comedy that reminds me of my work, I'll buy it. I'm kidding. It's the greatest.
That doesn't hurt me.
Damn it. You're immune anymore. You know,
that's because I know you're lying.
I know. That sucks. We need more mystery. Less history.
Excuse me? What? Are you a rap artist from the 90s? What happened here?
No, but him and I are in a relationship.
I'm okay with it.
Friendship is rare.
I know what you're saying.
Well, I hope everybody had a great... How long has it been since... We were going to do this last week, and then life got in the way.
Yeah.
And here we are today.
Because life finds a way.
Because life finds a way.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, we've been it's been a busy, stupid December, so
stupid.
I'm glad it's over.
Stupid. I'm not glad.
I'm
I'm in seasonal depression mode.
Yeah. I was thinking about Ryan. It's like the day after Christmas I was hanging out and the first thing that popped into my mind when I woke up was like, poor Ryan.
I was legit sad on December 26th. Well, no. I take it back. We had another Christmas on December 26th to go to of an extended family. So that was okay. Kind of kept it alive. After that, I was so mad that on the night of December 26th when we were all done, I started taking down the Christmas decorations because I was so pissed off.
That was my next question, was what is taking Christmas decorations down like?
They were all gone by the 27th. I got most of them down 26th. There's still lights.
Mad because
I was just mad. Yep, I was mad because it's over. There's still lights on the house. I'm not dealing with that crap until it's a little nicer.
I was going to say, do you just leave house lights up year round and just not turn them on, or do you take them down?
I'll take them down. We live across the street from the post office, so we get a really, really terrible crosswind from the main street here in Norwalk. And one time I left up some Christmas lights like a month longer than I probably should have, like maybe end of January, beginning of February. We had a terrible storm. Mm-hmm. The wind broke every single Christmas light on the house. Ooh. So, yeah, I can't leave them up too long. So it starts to get in the negatives. I gotta take them down, so.
Oh, my Lanta.
But it also gives me an excuse to buy more Christmas lights, so.
That's true. You don't need an excuse to buy more Christmas lights. You're an adult.
That's true.
Well, and sentient. Well, I mean, you bought indoor Christmas lights, aka RGB lights, for your TV.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it into a little TV arcade room. I've decided I'm gonna buy a Miss Pac-Man arcade game from One Up Arcade for like $400, I think.
Why Miss Pac-Man?
That's one of the only ones that's available right now that I like. I can't get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one unless I want to pay like $800, and I'm not doing that. Because they'll be back in stock at normal stores at some point, and then I'll buy it. But Miss Pac-Man, the girls will play, and I still kind of want like that classic arcade 80s vibe. So, Miss Pac-Man, and it comes with Dig Dug and like two other things I can't remember.
That's cool. How do you remember how? So, I mean, because we're at a funny age where we played arcade games because we A, couldn't afford, or B, just didn't have consoles as kids. But then, we had crummy consoles anyway. And then we moved into the console, so we know what it's like in both worlds. When you guys were kids, what was your favorite arcade, and where would you play it?
Where?
Arcade game, and where would you play it?
Oh man. Well, here on the south side, what was it, Aaron? Aladdin's Castle at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
At Southridge.
Yeah. Loco Joe's.
Loco Joe's. And then
Arcade.
Uncle Farley's.
No, Farley's Family Fun.
There you go. I think it changed. I think it was Uncle Farley's, and then it changed to Farley's Family Fun. And then Laser X at Merle Hay. That was awesome.
In the basement. That place had a great arcade.
That place was fantastic.
That was like the high-end arcade because we didn't live near it.
Yep.
So the only thing that made it fancy is we had to travel.
And the Farley's one, I played laser tag there. God, so many times because it was so much fun. But arcade games, the X-Men 4-player arcade game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4-player arcade, Simpsons, and probably NFL Blitz is probably where I spent my most money.
Really?
Unless there's what was that one? Oh, shoot. Lucky and Wild. I played a lot of Lucky and Wild.
That was a fun game.
Every time you started that game off, and it just goes that animation where they're driving, and like the ninjas on motorcycles drive by and shoot out the windshield, and the guy goes, "Oh no, my car!" And you just step on the gas and you start shooting people. Oh, so good.
Those big games like House of the Dead. I remember playing House of the Dead at the mall at the movie theater. Like we'd get there early and spend $5 playing House of the Dead and stuff. Mine was the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
The big X-Men at Skate West.
Oh, when I went to Sacred Heart Elementary out there, they
Sacred Heart Elementary. Send your sinners here.
Yeah, it's Catholic school. I went to Catholic school. And they, we always would have our events at Skate West, and so I'd go there, skate for 10 minutes, and then me and the nerds would gather around X-Men and, dump all of our money in there. I mean, you could probably, Ryan, you could probably think about who I would pick, but I was hitting the alt button, or like the special, every single time.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what
Colossus
it did.
Was so good.
Yeah, but I didn't know what it did. And so I would waste his special move immediately. I was
right
at the game.
I liked it, and his special move. I mean, since I'm somewhat of a comic book nerd now, his special move has nothing to do with his actual powers in the comic books. I didn't figure that out until when I was much older, but. Whatever. It's just his manly rage exploding, I guess.
Well, what's his special thing? Because I thought it went from...
He turns into steel.
But I thought that's what the ultimate did. Strong. I thought he turned into steel from...
No. He was always steel.
Oh, okay.
He was always steel in the game. His ultimate was he just threw his arms up in the air and flexed, and like this explosion would go out. So,
but it wasn't really an explosion. It was only for people right next to him.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a radius. It was like a man musk blast radius.
Yeah, it was like AoE.
That's how little I played Colossus. Apparently, I thought he transformed into the steel. No, I was always Cyclops or Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler was a good choice. Nobody ever the girls always chose Nightcrawler for some reason.
I always chose Nightcrawler. We tried that. Well, yeah. He was a biblical man. He was adopted by the
by the church.
By the people. Yeah, they took him in.
Can either of you tell me who Nightcrawler's parents are?
Does
people that
Sabretooth?
People that ran the cult that I was in?
Who is it? Oh wait, no. You said Mystique, but it's the I can't remember the guy's name. I can picture him.
You don't know if you saw First Class, X-Men First Class. He was in that.
What was his? Oh, the demon guy in that. The big
Azazel.
Azazel, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know Azazel's a real demon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an X-Men. We know. We get it.
That's why he looks like a demon. He actually looks like Satan.
X-Men and Simpsons were my two favorite at Farley's Family Fun. But if I was at Aladdin's Castle, it was, what is it? The football one. NFL Blitz. Or DDR. Did you guys ever do DDR? Did you not love the DDR?
Are you being serious?
I'm serious. I used to love it. Every time I saw a DDR machine, I got on it.
No.
I wasn't great at it.
One time going to a movie at Jordan Creek and they had Guitar Hero. Right. That was fun, but I've never done DDR.
Really? That kind of surprises me.
I did DDR a couple. I did DDR, but then I cracked the glass and was scared to tell anybody, so I just walked away.
Just got out of there.
Funny thing, Aladdin's Castle closed right after that.
This cracked glass is putting us out of business.
Marvel vs. Capcom was another one I spent a lot of money on.
Yeah. Remember
Alien like such a Capcom kid.
No, I was more Marvel, but I liked fighting each of the characters against all the characters you could choose.
Problems.
Capcom system.
Why is Capcom stupid? Because you couldn't beat
some
Mega
of the
Man?
Dumbest characters ever. Yeah.
Some dumb characters.
I hated Mega Man.
Really dumb characters.
I remember playing, I think, what was the better one? Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I think, was the much better one. Yeah. I remember playing that when I was probably like 9 or 10 years old, and I'd have like Iron Man, Wolverine, and either Gambit or Cyclops is who I would cycle through, and I'd be fighting like a fluffy squirrel. And I'd be like, how are they even coming close to beating me right now?
So the one guy with the V on his helmet. Oh, I hated him.
Oh, yeah. Yep. But at the same time, I understood like the Street Fighter characters. I was like, okay, these guys could beat me. These other people, you're just stupid.
Well,
what?
Today is a day we get back to We Don't Talk Politics roots. We start talking about some of that cryptic shit. Some of that weird stuff. Today, talk about Yetis. You like that? I like that.
That was
I was trying to be a tough guy.
I don't know what happened there.
I scratched me.
I think it negates it when you say you're trying to be tough.
We'll let that out.
I can't help but try to be the funniest
They'll just be like, oh my gosh, this guy's such a tough guy.
He's such a tough guy. Oh my god.
I thought Sean Patrick was the softie of the group.
There you go. I thought he was the softie.
Look, if we're 98 degrees,
Ryan's Nick Lachey. I don't know anybody else in the group.
I was going to say I don't know anybody from 98 degrees. I mean, I do now that you said that. But
we're more of an O-town than 98.
Which one is Joey Fatone in? Or was it?
That was in Sync.
There you go. Someone can be that guy.
Damn it.
Joey Fatone
I'm always Joey Fatone.
Yeah, because you're the tall one.
Yeah, the tall, awkward one.
I always identified with that kid in the Backstreet Boys that had the dreads. Remember him?
Yeah, he was the one nobody
identified?
knew.
Yeah,
Again, he was another one.
I identify. I said it.
I resemble that.
I know you said it. I'm just questioning the meaning of it.
Yeah, I don't know why I use that word.
Now it's starting to come together. Some DDR. You identified with a guy in Backstreet.
We really drifted there, didn't we? Much like a snowdrift, where you might find a Yeti.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
So a large, hairy creature resembling a human or bear.
Yeah, so we're here today to talk about who, Aaron?
The Yeti.
A.K.A.
the abominable...
best mugs on the market.
Best mug... What?
They had great mugs. I love their coolers. They're cool.
You know,
they're expensive.
That upsets me.
But
when I get on
it.
Instagram and I do a hashtag search for Yeti and people are just taking pictures of their mug, I want to see pictures of the beast. I want pictures! But no, yeah. You look up Yeti on Instagram, 90% of what you're going to find is going to be Yeti. People taking pictures of mugs.
So give me the lore, because I'm coming in cold again here. I'm letting you guys do this so you can surprise me, because I'll be the skeptic on the fence in the middle.
What I found interesting about the Yeti is that as big as Sasquatch is, like as far as popularity and everything,
the Yeti is
semi-hard to find information on the Yeti.
Yeah.
Which is, he's been around forever. I mean, like the myth and everything, or the lore. He's a large, hairy creature resembling a human or bear, said to live in the highest parts of the Himalayas. He is muscular. He or she, there have been female Yetis seen as well, covered with dark grayish or reddish brown hair and weigh between 200 and 400 pounds. The Yeti is probably the closest living relative to Gigantopithecus, a prehistoric ape that lived in Asia 300,000 years ago. So that Gigantopithecus was 12 feet tall and 400 to 1,400 pounds.
Cool.
And Gigantopithecus was like a southern Chinese. He was a great ape. He was just a giant ape. They don't think he was bipedal, but he could have been bipedal. But they think that the Sasquatch is the same thing as is the Yeti. The problem with the Yeti is is in the highest parts of the Himalayas, so they're up like.
Is that not climbable?
It's like where Everest is and stuff. They're all climbable, but that's the thing. It's like it's not common. It's different than Colorado.
Right.
And that's where, because it's in such a remote location, the actual sightings are much fewer and far between. But like from the research I did, the earliest mention was by Alexander the Great when he was going through the Himalayas. He asked local people if they could bring him down a Yeti for him to see, and they said no, they couldn't do that because they can't survive at this form of climate. So, not that they don't exist, it's like we want to, but sorry. Lore, it's kind of like the boogeyman. A lot of people think that it's, they came up with them so their kids didn't go too high and get caught in the storm and freeze to death.
Okay, fair enough.
But there is a lot of, I don't know. What'd you find on evidence, Aaron? There's not a lot of evidence up there of the Yeti.
Well, that's what I was just going to ask before you go into it. So I'm assuming there's way more claims and evidence of Bigfoot, Sasquatches than there are Yetis. So is Yeti more of a folklore tale rather than it is a people claiming they've seen it?
They've seen it. There's plenty of people that have claimed they see them.
You see what I mean? Like that is there like so fewer claims that it's kind of just turned into a.
How was it?
I think it's more that it's less it's less ingrained with the pop culture.
Okay.
It's just, like everybody knows what a Yeti is, when people are more interested in Bigfoot. Like the Indian Army has found what they thought were footprints of a Yeti. That BBC did a big old report on as early as I think it was like April 2019. So like it was in that like April May 2019. So
damn.
In the mythology, in Buddhist mythology, the Yetis were peaceful creatures that were very shy and lived in dense snow caves on the glaciers which form the Ganges River in India. In modern times, most sightings and evidence are on K2. The name Yeti derives from Yeta, meaning rock thing. Himalayan folklore and legends. Yeti is usually a figure of danger, like Sean Patrick was saying. It's the moral of the stories of the Yeti is to avoid dangerous animals and stay close and safe within the community. So, I mean, it's a mixture of people saying it, but there's also the saying they've seen it, but there's also the lore behind it, like just stories of stay safe, kind of.
Right.
Yeah. One thing I noticed when I was looking, I got onto a page that had a list of cryptids, and there's a lot of cryptids that match this description all over the world. Like in the southern U.S., we have the skunk ape, which is about the same size. Just a big ape that's bipedal that goes through the swamps. It's
but they never live in a cold.
Right. And that's I mean, it's supposed to be like they said, a cousin of the.
Oh, right.
The
That's
Yeti
what
is
adds
considered
to
a less known cousin of Sasquatch.
That's what adds to the validity of it. Is that there are so many sightings would be that there's all these cultures all around the world that have their own version of basically the same thing. An oversized bipedal ape-like creature who's extraordinarily hairy. Some love it in the cold, some love it in the woods, other people love it, others love it in the swamp. Some are peaceful, some are not.
The term Abominable Snowman came about in 1921. Journalist Harry Newman interviewed a group of British explorers on an Everest expedition. They found large footprints attributed to Metokongmi, which is man-bear snowman. Newman translated snowman correctly, but thought Meto meant filthy, and he thought abominable sounded better. And that was when the first time he was called the Abominable Snowman. So that was back in 1921.
And he's right. Abominable Snowman does sound really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does.
You were asking, like, as far as people seeing it and stuff. It seems like a lot of people haven't seen it, but they've seen remnants. More so... I mean, there's a lot of Himalayan people that have said they have seen a Yeti. One thing I did learn about this through doing the research is Yetis actually aren't white. They're dark brown or red-haired for the most part. Actual Yetis aren't white, contrary to most illustrations and depictions.
Well,
I read
all the sightings say that.
I've been lied to.
I read one depiction about a group of people who were climbing Mount Everest, and they happened to look below them, and they saw two little black dots darting across the white snow. They found that as Yetis.
Mm-hmm.
I found a Foreign Service dispatch where some British explorers were in New Delhi at the New Delhi embassy and received royal approval to go searching for the Yeti, and that was in 1959.
Yeah, the big thing that kind of set a lot of it off was 1951 with the Edmund Hillary expedition. It was 1951, and a British explorer, Eric Shipton, sighted a series of abnormal footprints while was looking for an alternate route to climb Mount Everest. Shipton's finding intensified the interest of the world in this mysterious, elusive creature. Footprints were found by Michael Ward and photographed by Eric Shipton, taken at the Minlung Glacier on the 1951 Everest expedition in Nepal. That was kind of sparked it back into the public interest a lot.
I'll say that sounds super familiar.
Because it was a picture. The picture was his foot next to this giant footprint in the snow, which is definitely not. Doesn't look like a bear's footprint or something. It's definitely unique.
Right.
That's the Nepalese government had so much interest in it to hope to capture the beast. They issued a hunting license for Yeti in the 1950s.
Yep.
Wow.
And you could pay money to go on Yeti trips
Huh.
at the same time. Nepal has a really cool flag, by the way. My grandmother was a missionary to Nepal quite a few times, and they're two triangles put together, kind of like.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Aw,
I
can't see it.
I know what it looks like.
Yeah, it is neat though.
Yeah.
I remember they depicted Nepal like beautifully in that Uncharted 2 game. It was so pretty. So is this something that you guys are more interested in the research of it and the stories in it, or do you guys believe that Yetis exist? Or the possibility... Well, I mean, I think we can all agree that there's a possibility of it. How about, do you believe that they exist or that they don't exist?
I think it's a higher likelihood that Sasquatch exists over Yeti, because there's more sightings of them and stuff just based on pure volume, and the chances of actually seeing it. The Himalayas are vast, and It's stupid. It is dumb how big the Himalayas actually are, and where these guys can go hide and gals can go out there and live their lives without anybody ever seeing them or them ever seeing us. And they don't seem to have much interest in humans. Whereas with Sasquatch, there seems to be more of an interest in bothering us. Yeah, I'm the guy that wants everything to be real, so I definitely think it is invented to be.
I think so. I think they exist. I don't know. I believe it all exists.
Yeah.
Once again, we're
hence why we're doing this show.
A lot of the a big belief with
True.
the well, I don't know if it's a big belief, but a somewhat common belief about the Sasquatch is it's a dimension jumper.
Which is
whenever they get into the weird stuff, is when they always
weird stuff. Come on. But I was watching what I watched last night. It was called The Snow Creature. It's from 1954, and one of the reasons their explanation was for why most people don't see Yetis is the Himalayans' explanation was they can smell humans, and when they smell them, they go away, like they hide from the humans.
I mean, that's what I do when I can smell a human.
Me too.
It's bad. So,
so no, I don't know. And that's like as much as it's like a I don't know, a relative of a Yeti or something is listed in all these other cultures and stuff, like all these cryptids that show up that are cross-cultural, and a lot of these cultures and they really just didn't have contact with each other, so there wasn't a lot of the stories being able to be told to each other, and they all have these same folklore of stuff that existed early on, like because what it was something like even before, it was long before that they were the Buddhist worship. I don't know. I don't think it was Buddhist. It was the Himalayans were worshiping an ice creature god, and they said that could have been the giant Pithecus or whatever. But no, it's too many claims between too many cultures that didn't actually interact early on, having the same sightings. Just kind of makes me lean towards the possibility of being, and it's. I mean, why not? There's things that exist in the mountains that don't exist here, and are the lower levels and everything, and the different temperate climates and stuff.
Right.
So I don't know. I lean towards yes, they do exist, but like Sean Patrick, I want to believe it's all real.
Yeah, I would agree for the most part. I'm more of a I'll believe in it until someone proves it's not kind of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to see to believe. I mean, I have to have some facts and stories and the lore like you guys are telling me about, but yeah, kind of, I'm on the same page as you guys, I guess. So I'm going to take a step back here. Sweeney, do you know, is there a horror movie based on Yetis?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I think it's called,
That was the
if there's
thing,
not,
like,
I got a title for what we can make.
There's Yeti, Curse of the Snow Demon. There's a few.
There's about
we
5 or 6.
rephrase that. Are there any good ones?
No. The Yeti.
Damn.
I think the Yeti was
There's
good.
one where it's a high school students plane crashes in the mountains, and they have to chase they have to escape the Yeti.
I can't remember the name of that one. I know which one you're talking about though.
Because I mean, we could, if you guys want to make a movie, we could call it Yeti or not.
Curse of the Snow Demon, Yeti, Curse of the Snow Demon.
Wow,
Yeti or not.
That was a lot of work to make that joke.
Yeti.
A lot of work.
No, I mean, I thought about that during because I want to actually know. What would you say it was called?
Yeti, Curse of the Snow Demon. It was a 2008 TV movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I found it.
But that was something else interesting. It looked like when I was looking it up, there was about 20 movies total for Yeti movies. And that's spanning back to the one the one I watched last night was from 1954.
Yeah.
So between 1954 and 2021, there's 20 Yeti movies. So it's not. It's weird to me for as well known as it is. I mean, like the mug, even it's named after a Yeti, and people know about it. But the fact that it's so lacking in pop culture, and that was the thing. There was Abominable, The Missing Link, and something else. They all came out. Smallfoot. They all came out in 2019, 2020. Two of them came out in 2019.
Okay.
It's when the tumblers got big.
2000 last year.
I like how we held it in before he laughed at his own joke.
I did watch.
I'm proud of us.
If you're wanting one that actually does like a good, like in-depth look at Yetis, like a movie that actually has a decent one, where is it? You need to check out To Catch a Yeti.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Where can we find it?
I saw it on Tubi.
Amazon, Target.
It was free on Tubi. It has
Nice.
Meatloaf playing Big Jake Grizzly.
Oh, I'm looking at the picture, and you know what? After
What's
this,
the name of it now?
these fucking shenanigans from the October Movie Fest, I am not watching. That looks like a
Yeti. It is
a shitty version of Gremlins.
It is definitely a kids' 90s movie.
That
Meatloaf plays Big Jake Grizzly, and he's hunting for this rich family.
That is a
knockoff Gremlin.
That's an Abominable Snowman.
That is a huge Gremlin.
That's why people can't find them, because they're actually small.
Oh, what?
He's even got an overbite buck tooth.
He's
so
adorable.
You remember Furbies? This looks like
he does look like a Furby,
like an evil Furby.
Yeah, he's
oh my god, this is nightmare fuel.
No, watch the movie; it's not quite as bad. But yeah, it definitely has a gremlin feel to it.
No, get it off my screen.
Is it better than Demon House?
It legitimately gave me goosebumps.
It is better than Demon House. Oh, well then watch this. You made us watch Demon House.
No.
Hey, look at this. Since I clicked that movie, look up Munchie. And look at the character for that.
Oh, that's not bad. That's still really
no, but what does that remind you of, though?
I remember the Crypt Keeper.
Kind of reminds me of Brent.
Five Nights at Freddy's is what it looks like to me.
Oh yeah,
the pizza place and the creepy ass animal. But yes, Aaron, I can probably
Five Nights at Freddy's.
You can watch that with the kids. You can watch To Catch a Yeti with the kids. It's honestly, it's
my kids are at a very young and personal age where I need to show them quality movies.
I know.
And I can't take a chance on Meatloaf.
If they haven't been exposed to Meatloaf yet, then they haven't seen quality movies.
I'll show them a couple scenes with Meatloaf in Fight Club.
So as far as sightings...
let's talk more about the Yeti.
In her book, Still Living, Yeti, Sasquatch, and the Neanderthal Enigma, researcher Myra Shackley offers the following description. This is what Sean Patrick was talking about, reported by two hikers in 1942 who saw two black specks moving across snow about a quarter mile below them. Despite the significant distance, they offered the following very detailed description. The height was not much less than 8 feet. The heads were described as squarish, and the ears must lie close to the skull because there was no projection from the silhouette against the snow. The shoulders sloped sharply down to a powerful chest, covered by reddish-brown hair, which formed a close body fur mix with straight hairs hanging downward. Another person saw a creature about the size and build of a small man, the head covered with long hair, but the face and chest not very hairy at all, reddish-brown in color and bipedal. It was busy grubbing up roots, and occasionally emitted a loud, high-pitched cry. So that's another thing the Yeti and the Sasquatch have in common, is their high-pitched cry. Have you ever heard the Sasquatch cries, Ryan?
No.
Google it.
Yeah.
How would I?
It's super freaky. There's audio
like
out there. Yeah, it's like a howl.
Just look up Sasquatch howl, and it'll bring it up.
Yeah, but who made it?
A bunch
of
Sasquatch. Anybody that That's one of the signs of being near a Sasquatch.
Oh, you guys never said that there are actual recordings of it.
Yeah, they're recordings. That's why. Yeah, you can hear.
Okay.
The Sasquatch house. I don't know if there's recorded of the Yeti howl or not, but a lot of people have said it was the loud, high-pitched cries.
All right. Curious. But I mean, how well can you guys see? Since I'm the one that's going to be somewhat of a skeptic here. If you're climbing a mountain, how well can you see a quarter mile away to make out that much physical description of a person when you first claim you see two black dots dart across the snow? How can you get that descriptive?
Somebody who's done a lot of hunting when I was younger, you can see exceptionally far away.
Yeah, but you're hunting though. You're looking for an animal. They're mountain climbing. They're
probably on
the way to think of it is nothing moves. Nothing is moving, and then all of a sudden you start seeing shit. And
I guess
captures your attention. Plus, when everything is so white, and you see two little brown things start moving, it immediately captures your attention. When you're looking for stuff, it's obviously it seems easier, but it's not because you're just glassing just like a ridgeline. But yeah, it's surprisingly easier than you would expect.
All right.
And they could have had equipment on them, like they could have had stuff to see better, and they caught it and it caught their eyes, so they decided to take a closer look, pull out the old binos.
Yeah, I just think they would have said that though. I used to went off of what you guys said: quarter mile, two black dots start across, and then they're like sharp sloped shoulders with a chest,
quarter mile's
muscular
not far,
chest, and
not far at all.
Yeah,
I guess
pretty close.
I'd be terrified if I was climbing a mountain and I saw two black dots. Oh! The other Yeti. What was that game? That horror game? Oh my god. The PlayStation 4 game, Sweeney, that we watched the playthrough of.
There's Mr. Nuts.
Oh my god.
Titan.
The one where you play the characters and you can change their stories.
Oh, what's the name of that game?
Oh my god, this is gonna drive me nuts. I have it!
It was on PS4, right?
Yeah. And they're making another one. Oh, that's not a Yeti, it's a Wendigo. Never mind.
Oh, you're talking about Until Dawn.
Yep, it's a Wendigo.
What is wrong with you? How dare you bring up another cryptid? This is the day of the Yeti, sir. Let them have their moment.
You brought up Sasquatch and snowback apes or something. I can bring up whatever I want.
The Wendigo's an entirely different cryptid. How dare you?
You know what? They're all related in my mind.
Wow.
That's right.
But I'm the only one wearing boots right now.
Yes, you
I'd
are.
like to say that we have to give the Yetis due.
What does that mean?
You're muted for the rest of this thing.
No.
Fine. I'm out.
I'm out of here.
Good night.
You don't have to mute me.
Good night.
So another, where was it? There was another one that had an author too, but Slawomir, 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 Rawicz, Rawicz. That is
Jack
quite the
problem
name.
with me saying the word Wendigo.
Claimed in his book, that's his name. I don't know how to pronounce it. It claimed into this book, The Long Walk, published in 1956, that he and some others were crossing the Himalayas in the winter of 1940. Their path was blocked for hours by two bipedal animals that were doing seemingly nothing but shuffling around in the snow.
That's creepy.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Exactly.
It was probably two survivors freezing to death, and they could have saved them.
You know what? I don't like this turn that you made here.
You got heal.
I need you to do an
about face. I had to do a turn there because that actually creeped me out. Two animals just shuffling around for a couple hours. That's creepy.
Yeah, like
that makes my
path.
mind.
I was like, well, I can't go back. I have to go through them, so I'm going to
make their own
until
fun.
they're done.
I guess.
And you were saying how common was it to be believed? Up to the 1960s, belief in the Yeti was relatively common in Bhutan, which is a major place that a lot of sightings have been in. And in 1966, a Bhutanese stamp was made in honor of the creature. However, in the 21st century, belief in the being has declined.
I'm surprised what did you say it was, Sonya, the Indian Army?
Yeah.
Yes.
That in 2019? I'm surprised that didn't make it spark up a little bit more.
I think there was a lot of people who did their best to debunk it, but yeah.
Yeah, the Yeti footprints found by the Indian Army in April 2019 measuring 81 by 38 centimeters near the Makalu base camp. So Russia had a little part in this. The Russian government took an interest in the Yeti in 2011 and organized a conference of Bigfoot experts in Western Siberia. Bigfoot researcher and biologist John Bindernagel claimed that he saw evidence that the Yeti not only exists, but also builds nests and shelters out of twisted tree branches. That group made headlines around the world when they issued a statement that they had indisputable proof of the Yeti and were 95% sure existed based on some gray hairs found in a clump moss in a cave. Another scientist who participated in the same expedition concluded that the indisputable, quote-unquote, evidence was hoaxed. Jeff Meldrum, a professor of anatomy and anthropology at Idaho State University who endorses the existence of Bigfoot, said they suspected the twisted branches had been faked. Not only was there obvious evidence of tool-made cuts in the supposedly Yeti twisted branches, but also trees were conveniently located just off a well-traveled trail and hardly in remote areas. Meldrum concluded that the whole Russian expedition was more of a publicity stunt than a serious scientific endeavor, likely designed to increase tourism in the impoverished coal mining region. Despite quasi-official claims of indisputable proof of the Yeti, nothing more has come of the story.
That's really what it boils down to, though, right? Is so many times things are used as publicity stunts for good reason, to bring traffic to a region.
Right.
And so many times, like, it's just like snake oil salesman, right? Like, time and time again, so many things have been debunked as being completely false because somebody just decided to make it up, either to scare kids, to like a mythos to explain why something happens, or to draw people. And that's kind of where we're at with the Yeti right now. Is just as with everything else that's a cryptid, it's going to stay under that
title until it's proved. Which, I mean, we've had that before where things were listed and not enough evidence has been proven until enough people had seen it there was enough evidence that it could be proven as indisputable. But
do you remember the guy? Sorry, do you remember the guy that claimed back in the day that he had a body of a Yeti for sale? Not a Yeti, a Bigfoot for sale, and he kept it in like this chest freezer. Yeah. And somebody's like, "All right, I'll buy it," and they bought it, and it was just a bunch of meat wrapped in deer skin, like hamburger and steaks. It was ridiculous.
Right.
Like, and the guy sold it on like eBay for like several hundred, like a lot of money, and it was just meat and buckskin.
I mean, he probably got his money back.
I hope that was eBay protected, seller protected.
Yeah.
Another a big scientific endeavor as far as Yetis go. In 2013, Oxford geneticist Brian Sykes put out a call to all Yeti believers and institutions around the world claiming to have a piece of Yeti hair, teeth, or tissue taken from a sighting. He received 57 samples, 36 of which were chosen for DNA testing. According to University College London, these samples were then compared with the genomes of other animals stored on a database of all published DNA sequences. Most of the samples turned out to be from well-known animals such as cows, horses, and bears. However, Sykes found that 2 of the samples, one from Bhutan and the other from India, were 100% match for the jawbone of a Pleistocene polar bear that lived sometime between 40,000 and 120,000 years ago, a period of time when the polar bear and closely related brown bear were separating as species, according to BBC. Sykes thought the sample was probably a hybrid of polar bear and a brown bear. However, 2 other scientists, Edwards, and Barnett conducted a reanalysis of the same data. They said that the sample actually belonged to a Himalayan bear, a rare subspecies of the brown bear. Their study results were published in the Royal Society Journal, Proceedings of the Royal Society B. And then another team of researchers, Pine and Gutierrez, also analyzed DNA and also concluded that there is no reason to believe that Sykes et al. 2 samples came from anything but ordinary brown bears. And in 2017, yet another team of researchers analyzed 9 Yeti specimens, including bone, teeth, hair, and fecal samples collected from monasteries, caves, and other sites in the Himalayas and Tibetan Plateau. They also collected samples from bears in the regions animals of the 9 samples, 8 were from Asian black bears, Himalayan brown bears, or Tibetan brown bears. The 9th was from a dog.
And like in the Himalayan brown bears, that's a really great point that we didn't mention yet. Is that there is a brown bear from the Himalayas? They aren't all the way up in the high snow, but they are there, and they are giant and quite scary. And
they're not fully bipedal, but they
can sure become bipedal. Yeah, so brown bears are so frightening. Good.
One of the things they had kept listing was some type of monkey, and I'm like, how are people mistaking this for a Yeti?
Yeah, so, Ryan, what do you think of the Yeti?
I'm trying to decide if it's something that you should be a fan of or be afraid of. You know, like Loch Ness, everybody wants to see it. There's nothing really to fear from Loch Ness. Bigfoot, technically you could be afraid of it if you wanted to, but more people want to actually see it.
Oh,
the
when
Yeti,
you hear the audio of Bigfoot as he's throwing rocks at your house, you're going to be afraid of it.
You have audio of Bigfoot throwing rocks at my house?
Yes.
You asshole!
Yes.
I have children!
You won't long if the Yeti gets in there. Keep those doors locked.
I paid him in a Steak and Shake gift card to be redeemed at a future date.
As of January 11th of 2021. No, it's interesting. It's just kind of hard. I mean, there's just so little current stuff on it. I mean, I really... my interest peaked at the Indian Army finding the footprint.
That's 2019?
Yeah. I know.
I mean, that's recent.
That's where my interest peaked. I just wish, I guess, kind of like what you said, that it's just not in the spotlight more. I wish it was, I guess. I want to know more. I want to have more sightings of something.
Well, in less than 180 days, when they release the reports on the UFOs, it's all going to come to the forefront, brother.
Yeah, well,
did you read the article about the Harvard professor saying, "Oh, Ryan,
you guys actually think we're going to get real reports?"
Yeah,
yes.
Don't you remember when they had said that?
Dummy.
Like, it was right
they
before
can say
COVID
whatever
started.
they want, dummy.
No, that was the military was saying this. The military had video.
And you don't think the military has ever lied to the public?
Oh my god, I hate you right now.
I'm just saying.
But the fact
hey, you know what? You're the person who, when R.L. Stein wrote me on Instagram, you're like, it probably wasn't him. He's got people working for him. You know, those celebrities don't do that. But you're totally cool with believing that the military has never lied to the general public.
It probably was R.L. Stein. I just wanted to ruin your fun.
No, I know, I didn't. But I'm just saying.
I'm saying they haven't released this information before. Those videos didn't come out till now. They didn't verify it as real videos from the military until this. It was last year.
Who's verifying it?
The government.
Independent resources.
The military is saying that it's actual footage. Like, people had released it, and they said this is footage, and then the military finally admitted that yes, this is footage from one of our.
I've also watched I've watched a podcast on Joe Rogan with the pilot that witnessed it all.
I don't even know what you're talking about for footage.
That was the thing. Like, that was crazy because it came out like right before COVID.
There's footage.
Like, the information was released.
Yeah, of like in the airplane of them tracking and following an unidentified flying object.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That is defying physics.
It's defying physics. Like, the things, it's the movements it's making, and things shouldn't be able to be done. At least not by any aircraft we have.
Also, there is a hold on. I gotta pull it up really quick. If we're gonna go down this route, I got one thing to read.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm excited for it, but I'm also not gonna go like I'm not gonna go balls deep and believe it all.
I know. I am so deep.
Because I mean, this is the perfect opportunity if they really wanted to get everybody excited and just create whatever they want to create, whatever they release in any kind of detail. It's going to spark an economic surge in shit for sale, movies. It's going to do whatever they want it to do.
So here's something
which I'm fine with.
Yeah, the New York Post reported that Avi Loeb, who is the chair of Harvard's Department of Astronomy, which again, well-educated, highly reputable, with a reputable news source, the Post,
paid for tenure by the government to say whatever they want to say. Keep going.
Trust me, the media and the government aren't getting along. The object in question traveled. So there was basically space garbage from an ancient civilization, an extraterrestrial ancient civilization that came from the star Vega. It was which is nearly 25 light years away. Which, by the way, 1 light year is like 7 trillion miles. It's a long ways away. Came into our solar system. Went out to our sun and then returned, and then flew past us. Like things don't go to the sun and then turn around and come back. That just doesn't happen. If it goes near the sun, the gravity pulls it in. So it traveled at 58,900 miles per hour past Venus's orbital distance. Then on October 7th, it shot past Earth before swiftly toward the constellation Pegasus and the blackness beyond. So it came into our solar system from another solar system, 25 million light years, or 25 light years away. We did a whoop-de-woo around Venus and Earth, and then shot away. And they believe that it was just because of the way it worked, that it was alien debris.
So alien debris.
Yes.
Turned away from the sun.
Yes.
What?
Left this. Like,
do I need to finish that sentence, or do I need to go any further?
Yeah.
Debris.
Which
is what? What's debris?
Trash. It's space trash.
Okay, so trash.
Yes.
Turned around and changed its trajectory.
Yes.
How
wild is that? Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense.
I believe we need to do this for another podcast, because I do believe that aliens exist. I believe in that whole thing. No, I'm agreeing with you. I believe that it's possible, but I just don't believe. That's fine too. I highly doubt that our U.S. government, if something has happened, we're not the only people that have this evidence.
Well, the Pentagon's already made stuff evident to us. They've announced that we have seen things that have come through that are not of this world and that we didn't make.
No. I'm telling you. I'm saying that there are other countries that would have this information as well that are just right. Yeah. So why haven't they released it? Because
they don't love freedom. All right, but I don't know. Who knows?
I was gonna say what?
I'm not in that. I don't know. I'm not there. I couldn't.
I mean, I want it to be true.
But look up, when you get a chance, both of you look up the Intelligence Authorization Act.
Is that the one that was just announced? Is that what you're talking about?
That was the Senate committee. Yeah, it's so. And then we also have the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force.
I mean, we could do several podcasts on.
So that task force is there to collect and report all data, and based on the intelligence authorization.
Sir, we had a piece of trash turned around from the sun. Oh my God!
Was detailed in June of 2020.
It's got to be alien debris.
Harry Reid, former Senate Majority Leader, hopes the program will seek evidence of vehicles from other worlds. Its main focus is on discovering whether another nation, especially any potential adversary, is using breakout aviation technology that could threaten the United States.
So it's more set to find vehicles that aren't our own in the air. But it also
What if this
puts
is
an
the
eye
beginning?
towards the sky, which is always a lot better.
And they've said that their shit's flying around that we didn't make. We have the nicest stuff. We sell our stuff. We make stuff and sell it to other countries. That's how good our stuff is.
I think you're thinking of China. They make like almost everything and sell it to us.
They make a whole bunch. No, I'm talking military wise, like airplanes.
Oh, I was just saying, what? What if bigger picture here?
Okay, I'm listening. I'm liking it. I'm loving it.
What if this is the unprecedented beginning to Starfleet?
Oh my god, you.
What if?
No, you shut up. You can't see my eyes right now, but I welled up for a second.
Because didn't you see the logo that
you
they
stop it?
announced
You're gonna make me
on
emotional.
Twitter?
You
saw
can't
that,
see
right?
the twinkle in my eye right now, you motherfucker.
Did
Stop it.
Did you guys see their logo on Twitter? It's the Star Trek logo.
Yeah, yeah, for Space Force.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. What if
Star
this
Wars.
is? Yes, it is. What if this is the beginning of Starfleet 80, 100 years from now?
80, 100, 300, 12, 2.
Could be.
Who knows?
January 11th. Steak and Shake and Starfleet launch.
What? Same.
Sign me up for the Academy. I want to.
I'm out of
I'll
here.
be a janitor. Shoot.
Yeah.
What is it? Well, there's already what's the Academy?
Umbrella.
No.
Idiot.
Yeah, To the Stars Academy of Art and Science.
That's a stupid name. Starfleet is so much better.
It's a company co-founded by Tom DeLonge
That guy. Can we just have a podcast about Tommy Boy?
I'd be into it. I love Tom DeLonge. Tom DeLonge still looks young.
You want to talk
That
about
Mark
a man
Hoppus picture I
who's-
sent. My
Yeah.
goodness, he's looking up there.
Tom DeLonge.
And they're the same
That
age.
man loves his UFOs.
He does.
Are
He
they?
is
I guess they would be the same age.
close to, at least.
They're just
I think they're
couple
the same age.
Like 3 or 4 years older than us.
Oh, they're. Yeah, that's
He's 45.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mark Hoppus is 48.
Okay, well that makes more sense. He's almost 50, so.
I think Mark Hoppus
When
looks
did we
better
get
than,
old?
than Mark Hoppus looks better than him.
What?
And the pictures that just popped up comparing them, saying their age, he looks way better.
I don't know. On Instagram, Tommy's killing it. Did you remember that picture
they
I
both
sent?
look the same.
That picture I sent of him with his wife and kid on New Year's Day?
Yeah, I think I remember it. It all depends on when you send it.
He's got that neck skin that you can tell he's getting old.
I mean, he's almost 50, so...
Right. No, he's getting old.
I was just saying he doesn't look 50. I didn't think he looked 50. I'm trying to find it right
I
now.
thought he looked mid-60s.
Lord. What about that one I sent you guys? The cannibal killer slaughtered and ate 23 pizza delivery men, 6 Jehovah's Witnesses, and 2 postmen in the past 7 years. And both of his eyes are going in opposite direction.
Just keeping an eye out for the next meal.
It won't work, will it?
Oh yeah, I remember him.
There he is.
Yeah, I still need you to send me that article about the weird guy. How many people did he eat? Like 40?
Cannibal killer slaughtered and ate 23 pizza delivery men, 6 Jehovah's Witnesses,
And
2
5
postmen
golden rings.
in the past 7 years. So 31 people.
That is
Wow.
prolific. That's got to make him like the biggest serial killer.
I don't think it's real.
Pizza
But-
killer, the
You don't
biggest
think it's
pizza
real?
killer. I thought that was
don't.
Which
On
paper was that?
Where's this article from?
Oh, Newsbreak.
Newsbreak.
Yeah,
So,
that's not real.
no.
When was your guys' first exposure? Do you remember?
Yeah, very much so. In the claymation, just like your background, Aaron. The first time I saw Yeti was
Yeah.
in Rudolph back then. I didn't know who or what it was, but then Yeti was in a movie where it had been a vampire movie. Let me see if I can't find it.
That is not what I was expecting you to say.
Yeah. I know. Oh no, the Mummy, Curse, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor in 2000.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's a rough one. That's where I first saw him, because they were like guarding some secret place. Temple.
And that was the thing, like they were considered, like I said, they are part of like Buddhist mythology, and that's what it was. It was a temple, Buddhist. I think it was a monastery or something. They were temple they were guarding.
I'm actually watching the clip. The clip's on YouTube.
That's okay. So that kind of leads into my thing. So I agree. Mine's the same as you. The Rudolph claymation is definitely my first encounter with it, and same as you. I didn't think anything of it, really. I never had a fear of it, or I didn't know it was supposed to be scary whatsoever. And it took me a minute to remember. I remember it. I think I remember it being mentioned in Harry and the Hendersons because of Sasquatch. And then the first time that I knew that it could be somewhat scary was Uncharted 2. Do you remember that?
That's right.
Yeah, you get past the Buddhist temple, or the Buddhist town, and there's a bunch of Yetis protecting, I can't remember what they're protecting, one of the scrolls or something, or a key. And you have to fight Yetis, and they're freaking terrifying in that game.
Yeah.
Because they pop out of nowhere.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Yep, climb up walls, and they're super fast, and...
Or was it 2 or what? Because I noticed it said there was an expansion to the video game Far Cry 4 named Valley of the Yetis, dedicated to finding
Uncharted.
Oh, Uncharted. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking Far Cry.
No,
Far Cry 4 had an expansion called Valley of the Yetis.
Oh, did it?
You had to find a relic and turn it into the Himalayan people.
Oh, gotcha. So no, Uncharted 2, I had to look at it. That was back in 2009. That I knew I would be like scared about it.
I would watch an Underworld. Next Underworld featuring Yetis.
Yeah.
Yetis versus vampires.
They would do a good job.
Blade kills all the vampires, goes up to the Himalayas.
Ooh, Blade versus Yetis.
And he goes to the Himalayas to find peace, and the Yeti's like, "You don't belong here, evil one." And then and he's like, and pew pew pew.
Voiced by the Yeti can be voiced by Vin Diesel.
We got Dominic Toretto voicing Yetis.
On a newer Yeti note, have either of you, probably not, but have you guys seen Abominable?
I have.
I have not.
I actually watched it before.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Do this. Yeah.
I love that movie.
I watched it.
It's a great movie.
I think it popped up on one of my lists in December.
Oh, nice! I thought you were going to say you watched it with your nieces or nephews.
I watched it totally by myself.
It's a good movie.
I thought it was a horror movie.
No.
No, not that one.
It is an adorable animated movie. I got it for the girls on a whim, and then we started watching it, and most of the time I don't pay attention, unless it's like super good, and I actually liked it quite a bit.
It was, here's a funny fact about that movie, banned in Vietnam.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of the kids?
No. Jesus. Because there is a scene involving a map, and the map illustrates China's claim to the South China Sea with like a bunch of dash marks, and Vietnam had a problem with that because China doesn't own the South China Sea, and so it's Vietnam lays claim to like part of that sea, and so it's contested, and so they banned it because of the propaganda.
That's super weird. Well, what about you, though? You didn't say what was your first experience?
Oh, mine was Rudolph as well.
Rudolph.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I don't think it's counted as one, but the Wampas in Star Wars are pretty close. That would be another early exposure to something similar to a Yeti.
Right.
They just have the horns. So.
Totally forgot about that. So, okay, so we're wrapping up on the Yeti then. What is the plan for the next cryptid? Or are we doing aliens or
Gosh, I would love to do.
Haunting.
I would like to, for aliens. I would love to do recent evidence in the last like 5 years
Weeks.
for aliens, and our theories on what's going to happen in the next 5-10 years. Do we think? I think that'd be really fun to get in fun arguments about
The obvious alien robot war, which was meant to happen.
exactly
Why do you think we're building the robot army right now?
AVR.
I don't
Have
know
you
if
guys?
Have you seen the Boston Dynamics?
Yeah, I feel really upset
Right.
when they're mean to it.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
It's the robots and the dogs. They got robot
If
bipedal
I thought a
robots.
special effects company made that. It's all over YouTube.
No.
no, Boston.
So these are
Dynamics has
Boston
some.
Dynamics has been around for like 10 years making these
Yeah.
robots.
Oh, I'd have to. I'm sure I probably
And it
have.
actually it can
They
flip
made
over,
a
it can do flips, it can
Flips.
do rolls, it can dance. They just released, or was that were you talking about the video with the two robots and the dog dancing? Is that what you were talking about? Special effects?
Skynet.
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 Is.
Yeah, Boston Dynamics is they're making some. They
scary.
basically what they are is they're like army Sherpas. Is the design is to make these machines so military can use them to put like hardware on them and stuff, load them up, and then they dance around, and then they walk with them. But they are so nimbly bimbly that like they can kick them and they autocorrect. Like they have the gyroscopes and stuff to make it so they don't fall over.
they've been progressively getting better.
Huh.
But I always found myself getting unnecessarily upset when they would kick it, because they would kick it to show that it won't just like tip over.
Right.
I always got angry.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I mean it's still because you're seeing something that looks like an animal
So-
be used,
so that- yeah,
and it's just
exactly.
like you doing the connection is like this isn't right. But no, it's yeah. I just
I'll
sent
look
you
at
a
it here,
video on Discord,
The
I
flip.
think I've seen
and that's
it.
an old video too. Like they basically remind me of droids from the first 3 Star Wars, the Attack of the Clones, and all those.
Yeah.
Like the droids in that are very similar, but they're actually
Roger.
a mixture of those and then those super ones with the shields that can roll around, because these can make themselves roll into such. It
They
scares
never-
me. Robots
they
scare
never
the
need
crap
to
out of
eat.
me.
They
AI,
never need to sleep.
They
They
need
know
sleep.
no
Yeah.
love.
That's what what Terminators were always ones that just. It's like
Freak
we
me
can't
out.
beat them. They just build more. They
Not
just
really.
keep coming. We can't beat them.
Have
So-
you guys seen In Bruges? The movie In Bruges?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I haven't.
You
It's
didn't
been
like
on
it?
my list forever.
No, because of the ending.
Don't tell me the ending. I still want to
vaguely
watch
remember
it.
the ending. You guys were talking about. Someone said a robot between. What'd you say? Robots and cryptids, or
Robots and
Yeah.
aliens.
Robots.
do you
versus
remember the
aliens.
war conversation that they have when they're high on drugs?
Yeah.
Is that too bad to talk about on here?
Yeah. Yeah. it doesn't.
Damn it!
Well, I don't want to ruin it for Aaron
Right.
too.
He's.
I'll watch it within the next week.
There you
It's
go.
Is
on
it even
Netflix. It's been on Netflix forever.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
So
I won't. I refuse to watch it. I watched it when it first came out, and I will not go back and watch it.
I thought it was absolutely
I
hilarious.
heard
Oh, it's a
couple
great
people
movie.
recommended it to
Great
me.
movie. Hate the ending.
Hey, you know what? It's gotta be better than Ford versus Ferrari. So
No,
You
it's
didn't
not.
like it?
I loved it until
No,
the
the
end.
end. He's talking about the ending. He hated
Oh.
the ending.
I
hated the
didn't
ending.
see that coming at all, and I was a blubbering mess. I was. Oh God!
Cars, man.
That
You wanna
Christian
watch-
Bale tugs at my heartstrings. All I need is Days of Thunder and Talladega Nights.
Claudia with a Chance of Meatballs is pretty great.
Cars.
Cars, Sean Patrick.
Stay on focus.
Meatball cars.
As we're talking about
Automobiles.
car movies now, we'll start off
Automobiles.
with
I went into animated movies.
automobiles.
Uh,
Dong, where
Days
is
of
my
Thunder.
Fast and the
automobile?
Furious 1 through 30. All of those. Wins a win, whether it's by an inch or a mile. I quote that on a weekly basis.
It's loosely
Sometimes
based on
nightly
Aaron's
game.
life, actually.
Loosely based on my life, post-doctor, pre-trucker era.
Aaron's real name is Dominic Toretto.
Dominique Toretto. They had to change it for the movie.
It's actually Dominica.
Dominica.
It's been a wild ride.
I used to. I know, because I used to be one.
There it is. I was waiting for it. Yes. He got it. He got the Robin Williams quote. Did you see they released a Robin Williams documentary after his death about his illness and what really happened and stuff?
No.
You have to look it up on Vudu. I can't decide if I want to watch it or not because it looks super, super depressing. It looks way worse than the Chris Farley one, and that was already sad.
That was a rough one.
Yeah, they had 2 doctors talking about Robin Williams' brain afterwards. You know, they had to dissect and see what was wrong with it. They said that they were amazed that he was even still alive and he was up and walking. He said the only reason why he was is because Robin Williams was on the spectrum of actually being a genius, and his brain was actually just willing him to keep going. Yeah, and that's in the trailer alone. Yeah, it looks good.
Tragic.
Send those links, son. Send them trailers.
Just go to Vudu and type in Robin Williams.
I don't know how to spell that.
He has a learning disability, right? You can't spell easy shit. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
All day I got that, son.
All day!
Robin Williams?
Nope.
It just doesn't compute up here. This brain don't function like that.
He's got a beautiful mind.
Wow. Look how hard he's laughing.
I live for Aaron.
I can't tell if it's supposed to be adorable or if he's like a simpleton. It's just
a little bit of both.
The more I try to learn,
it's like making a poop joke to a 6-year-old.
Poop jokes are the best.
They really are, though.
What was the joke that we did on the last podcast that had you crying, SP?
Oh, God, I don't know. You guys get me crying every other episode. I almost cried this episode over thinking I got emotional thinking Starfleet might be real. Like, what the hell is that?
Hey.
Do you remember? So, we're going to start playing Ryan, this first year hearing of it. We're starting Sea of Thieves Tuesdays. So, every Tuesday from now on, we're playing Sea of Thieves.
Oh, this is the first time I'm hearing of it, too.
Oh, shoot. I told Ryan about it.
I thought it was supposed to be Sea of Thieves Monday.
Oh, yeah, no, we moved it to Tuesdays. Because Aaron
So you didn't tell anyone, and you just moved it.
No,
I didn't hear about it. Aaron didn't hear about it.
I both heard about Monday, and I was like, I can't because I've got...
I checked my date book, and I moved it to Tuesday, but
we were going to do Mondays, but Aaron had something going on last night, and he couldn't make it. So...
No, you said you didn't want to get on and play.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah,
that's what it was. Well, officially, I was going to play Magic with Zephy on tabletop.
I was in bed yesterday by like 8:30. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That's what it was because I wanted to sleep. I had a bad day yesterday.
I told him you were pissed off about your car. That's what I figured.
Yep.
Oh, okay, good.
But no, so yeah, Sea of Thieves is coming up. The hardest I've ever laughed in a video game was the last time we were playing Sea of Thieves, and I was getting drunk off grog at the bottom of the ship, and when you drink too much, you start puking, and so I was puking, and if you hold your bucket, you can puke into your bucket, and then you can throw your bucket. And you can throw the puke. And I was sitting there, I was trying my best to puke on you, Ryan. I got you a couple of times. No, puking on Aaron. And then, Ryan, you were up on top deck. And so I emptied my bucket out from the water. I just poured it right into our boat. And I puked into the bucket. And then I made my way up and I threw it on you. And you guys were so dismissive of my bullshit that I couldn't stop laughing.
I don't think it registered on my screen. Because remember, I got the glitch. Because it just showed you passed out drunk. Yeah. Like, no matter what you were doing. Even when you were walking, it was a passed out body floating across the deck of the ship.
But I was crying because I kept on throwing my throw up on all of you guys. Like chasing you down so I could puke on you.
My crying moment from Sea of Thieves easily is when we were trying to take up one of the last treasures. I think it was the first time we played. That we all three played. Mm-hmm. and all of a sudden we turn around and our boat's on fire.
That's what I was thinking.
And we all panic because we don't know what's happening.
We think we're being attacked. We think somebody else is attacking our boat.
And I think it was, if I remember, was it you, Aaron?
No, it was me.
It was you? Okay, so we're putting out the fire in the boat, and all of a sudden all I hear is, I burnt my fucking chicken! so the SP left a chicken wing, or chicken leg on the stove top in the grill or whatever, the boat, in the game. And never took it off, so somehow it caught the entire ship on fire. But the best part is we're all trying to save our ship, because I think we had already 4 skulls or treasures on there.
We had a lot of treasure.
We had a lot. And if you lose the ship, you lose all your stuff. And I'm just panicking, and all of a sudden, burn my fucking chicken!
So
and when that kind of stuff happens, since I have asthma, if I laugh too hard, too fast, I start to black out a little bit.
Oh, God.
I can't breathe, and everything just starts to go dark, and that makes me laugh even harder, because I can't breathe. So if you guys ever hear me laugh real hard, and then there's no noise,
it's because you're blacking out.
I'm probably blacking out a tidbit, and I'm crying because I'm laughing so hard.
I burned the fucking chicken!
Yeah.
I remember that because it's such a mundane domestic thing to have happen, burning the chicken.
Well, right. And it wasn't a little fire. It was a huge fucking fire.
The entire ship was on fire.
We all kept going back to grab stuff, and by the time we got back to the ship, you could see flames from the shore.
Yep.
It's like, oh God, what have we done?
because we were hunting. We weren't turning stuff in even. We were still looking for more treasure on an island.
Yeah, we had another riddle to finish, if I remember right.
Good Lord. But tonight,
I'm
Sea of Thieves tonight.
I'm down.
We can play something earlier, but unless we want to wait till next Monday, I'll leave it up to you guys if we already have plans or something. But
I don't have any. I'm.
You know me,
If we're gonna do it, I would rather just do it. I don't want to play something and then jump into it. Sea of Thieves takes way too long.
Oh no, the night will be devoted to Sea of Thieves. So.
Yeah, we can do that tonight.
All right, every Tuesday.
We just got to convince. At some point, get Brendan on it too. A 4th person would help.
4th person would be really great to have.
So we don't keep on getting our shit wrecked when people do fight us.
But I miss that game so much, and I want to devote time to it. So every Monday or every Tuesday.
I kind of like this idea. Is there another night you guys want to do another game, or do you want to wait? Do we need to? So I also want to do For the King. I miss For the King.
Problem is, all 4 of us have For the King.
Right, but there's nights where Brent's like, I'm going to go play with Braden. And
that's true. All right, so that'll be our default then.
Yeah, okay. Because I miss my guitars. I miss my guitars in that and for Sea of Thieves. I love.
Back in the day, I told Ryan my secret that when I am being dismissive and I just want you to shut the hell up, I say nice.
I remember this conversation.
I also use it in every day because things just generally are really cool. So it's really hard for me to decide. So whenever I say nice to Ryan, I always have to think in my head, does he think that I'm being dismissive, or does he think
I don't
remember the conversation
whatsoever. So.
Oh, perfect.
Wasted
great.
all this energy.
Look what I just did for you for 2021. Take all that pressure off your shoulders. Don't have to worry about it.
What a relief. All right, well, it's been really fun. We'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. If you get an opportunity or feel led,
if the Spirit leads you,
if the Spirit leads you, we have a Patreon.
We do have a Patreon.
And we have 2 people on there right now.
Yeah,
that are supporting
2
us.
Great people supporting us.
Yeah, really, really awesome. These are some salts of the earth.
Is it both of you?
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn it! I got super excited that we got one because I knew Aaron. I know Aaron started it, and I haven't seen anything on this Patreon forever. I don't even think I have the link anymore because it was out of that thread.
It is patreon.com/WDTP. I just figure it's money, $5 a month. I could throw that towards us. Like to buy new equipment, buy better equipment for all of us and stuff, but I can afford $5 a month to put towards making this more quality.
Yeah. We're gonna, whether we make any money or no money forever, we're gonna continue to do this.
We enjoy doing this.
Yeah. It's just fun.
But money is nice.
Get Ryan and me microphones.
Yeah. Get these boys some microphones, which would definitely
just better.
Increase the sound quality of the podcast. But yeah, we got Patreon. I don't know what the minimum, we did 5. I don't know if you can do like $1 a month or I don't know.
You can if you set it up that way.
Set it up, do it. Yeah.
You have to
minimum $1 a month. Throw $1 a month our way. Get us a candy bar.
Also through Anchor.fm.
Anchor.fm/WDTP. You can donate on there. You can set up a monthly donation. We would like to get more content for if you do the Patreon, because you can do special things for Patreon only members. When they log in the Patreon account, you can post stuff in your account that'll be exclusively for them. It'll give links to exclusive podcasts or episodes or we can do little
play
mini
games
episodes
with us,
and stuff.
Come hang out. Whatever.
I was thinking like maybe just
be on a podcast,
like a weekly check-in. Be on the podcast.
Yeah.
Brendan, that offer still stands. We tried to set something up, but never got it fully brought to fruition. So that offer still stands. Yeah. Orpheus, I know somebody that I would eventually like to get is one of our followers on Instagram. Yeah.
Oh, Zombie Turtle Comics? Is that your
Zombie Turtle Comics?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got some cool shit. Go follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, follow Zombie Turtle Comics.
Follow us on Instagram too.
Yeah, we are also on Instagram as WDT Podcast. We are on Instagram and Twitter under that handle. Twitter is a little lacking. I do more on the Instagram than I do on Twitter, but it's still there.
I want to open a P.O. box so people can send us things like cookies.
And then we have box openings on. And that's what I was thinking, like, even having, like, video, like, start recording the actual podcast.
We can, doing it live on Twitch, we can screen grab off of Discord, and everybody, people can tune in live, and, and we can have the VOD that we can upload to YouTube and stuff like that.
We're in our first year of doing it. We haven't had a full year of doing this yet.
Right.
So we're still trying to get everything. I think we've got the actual recording and getting out there done. Now it's just kind of mixing in the little nice extras. So
Ryan and I show up. Aaron does all the work.
Well, I've got more time than both of them. So I don't mind it. So it works out okay. You guys show up. You definitely. I couldn't do this on my own. I couldn't do a podcast by myself. I wouldn't find it enjoyable. This is much more enjoyable.
No, I wouldn't either. I agree. I agree.
Suggestions, comments.
Myself talk forever.
Yeah, I bet you mentioned that before.
Yeah.
I'll listen to me once, and I'm like, that's good enough. Suggestions, anything you want to hear us talk about? Comments, anything, any feedback?
Maybe we should talk about anime and our favorite animes.
I'm going to be sick that day.
You didn't what was it? Afro Samurai?
Afro Samurai.
I never watched it.
You need to watch it.
Does Johnny Bravo count?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes. Comments, questions, feedback. What you want to hear? What you think? Any, even like, hey, somebody doesn't sound loud enough, or hey, this sounds really good. I enjoyed that episode. We'd love to hear how much you enjoyed that. Because I hear
Ryan's voice sounds like he needs to drink less milk.
Yeah,
like I totally get it.
This guy's loaded on milk.
Wait, what? That was this thing somebody said?
No,
I just threw it out there. I have a raspy voice just by default, and I always think, I should drink less milk. Maybe my voice won't be so raspy. I don't think that's true. I was just saying that for fun.
It's all those years just heavy smoking.
Yeah.
Well, I've never smoked, so
probably all that cigarettes there,
those Bronson's brothers, they'll mess you up.
Some of them French fried potatoes.
So thank you for listening.
Really hurt my voice there.
I hope you enjoyed learning all about the Yeti and his small amount of information that was given on him.
And if you want some nightmare fuel, look up Sasquatch sounds on YouTube.
Or look up how to catch a Yeti.
How to catch the Yeti.
Big Jake Grizzly. All right.
Wow. I haven't had meatloaf in a long time. That sounds
got nothing.
delicious.
Thank you for listening.
Ketchup sauce on top.
And we'll
It's so good.
see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Bye.